Hello everybody and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Guys, I'm bringing you two videos in one night today. I'm treating you. I'm feeling kind, but it is for very good reason. The reason for that is this club that's on screen, Nottingham Forest. In the last hour, it has broken that they are in talks to sign Chris Woods from Newcastle United. Guys, this one apparently is going to be a loan deal with a potential option to buy as well. And I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this transfer in this video, guys, because Chris Woods, who is 31 years old now, as we remember, he was signed to Newcastle United last season. Basically, it just confirmed that Burnley went down, and that's what the main reason for that 25 million pound signing was it, at the time, it stealed away a relegation rival's best and only really striker outlet in Chris Woods, and it meant that basically it doomed Burnley to relegation, meant that Newcastle stayed up, and that probably feels like a long time ago for Newcastle fans now. Of course, on to much better things, currently competing for a Champions League spot this year, through to the Carabao Cup semi-final. And I think for that reason, it seems like Chris Wood has probably served his purpose, hasn't he, in all fairness? And he has been limited to game time, just 4 league starts this season for Chris Woods. And the main reason for that now that Newcastle potentially looking to move on is, of course, with Callum Wilson at the helm, and also Isaac returning. It's going to be even less time that Chris Woods gets. And it does look like Nottingham Forest potentially going to be the suitors to say, come on, let's have him. It is going to be a loan with option to buy. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat to this. The early reports are suggesting that Newcastle may look to put a clause in where if Nottingham Forest do stay up, that would be triggered, and that would mean they'd have to sign him. But that is just one of the rumours that is going on with this transfer. Of course, as we're seeing, it's very early days at the moment. But it does make sense for me, I think, from both parties, because, you know, you look at Nottingham Forest, I think goals, they need some more, and things are really starting to pick up. But I do think they need some more striker outlets, especially as we're seeing that things haven't really worked out with Emmanuel Dennis, and it's already been confirmed by Steve Cooper and Nottingham Forest that he is one of the players that they are potentially looking to move on. Although that could be difficult because, as we already know, he's already played for both Watford and Nottingham Forest this season, which means he won't be able to sign for a third club. So I know it's been touted that maybe loaning him back to Watford. But regardless of that, it does look like this one wouldn't be a problem. I think it's good for all parties. I think he's really served his purpose for Newcastle United. I think he could offer a lot to Nottingham Forest. You know, his direct approach. He's obviously a big unit, does well holding up the ball. He can score a goal as well. Let's not forget that although he's maybe served his purpose for Newcastle, he did very well in that season when, you know, he did basically move from Burnley to Newcastle. And for many years, he was Burnley's main outlet, the main reason that they kept staying up in the Premier League time after time. A very solid 10 to 12 goal a season striker he was, especially at Burnley. Of course, now he's not playing as much. I'm sure at 31 years of age, he wants to be playing as much football as he can. Unfortunately, with Wilson and Isaac coming in, I think his time may be limited at Newcastle United. And it makes sense for Forest. They need more attacking outlets. I think this is going to be a very good transfer if it goes through. And it does look like it's escalating quickly and can be done. Guys, let me know your thoughts. If you're a Nottingham Forest fan, are you excited about this transfer? Is it one that makes sense? As we're finding out, it's a loan with an option to buy, which obviously is always good because it does mean that you do get to test out the player before signing him. And it puts him in the market, doesn't it? If he goes to Nottingham Forest, even if you guys don't choose to take up that buy option from a Newcastle perspective, obviously it just puts him, you know, it puts him in the transfer market. It does put him, the eyes on him, because of course he's not going to get very much time at obviously at Newcastle for the rest of the season. I'm sure they'll be wanting to recoup as much as that 20 to 25 million that they did spend on him. So guys, this one is going to be an interesting one. I think it could escalate very quickly. It wouldn't surprise me if it was done in the next couple of days, but do let me know your thoughts. And I didn't say at the start, but please do hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and please do subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And hopefully I'll catch you on another video. If you've not done so already, also check out the Premier League predictions video that came out earlier today. Have a good evening. Take care. Goodbye.